The year is 2023. It is the year of Metroid Fusion. What is up, YouTube? We are in 2023, and coming up next week, infamous Metroid 4, Metroid Fusion, will be releasing a Nintendo Switch. In this video, we are going to go over the many different ways that you can play this game right now before the release. So here we go, you guys. We have Metroid Fusion here, which is going to be released on the Nintendo Switch Online next week. Now, this is one of the most popular games in the series. I am not a huge Metroid fan myself, but I do like the concept of the game, and I am a fan of both Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion. Now, I'm not very good at the game, like a lot of people are, so unfortunately I'm not no expert. Not no expert. Yeah, I literally just said that. You can hear my Midwest intelligence right there. But in this game you play Bounty Hunter Samus, like a lot of these, and you're basically in an action-adventure game where you start off with nothing, just your basic pea shooter of a gun, and then you are going throughout this whole game collecting new upgrades as you go and defeating bigger and more badass Metroids, basically. You open most doors, obviously, like the rest of the games, just by shooting them. And there's a lot of places on the map that you see that light up that you are unable to get to until later on when you start actually opening up more stuff. Now, unlike the other games, Fusion is a little bit more linear, and it focuses more on the story. And yeah, so I mean, the gameplay itself has just evolved you with, like I said, solving puzzles, uncovering secrets, platform jumping, shooting enemies, and searching for more power-ups to make the game a little bit easier on yourself. Now in this one, Samus can absorb X parasites, which restores health, missiles, and bombs, and they also has power-ups obtained by downloading them in data rooms or absorbing a Core X, which appears after defeating a boss. The player can use the GameCube Advanced Link cable to connect to Fusion, which unlocks features in Prime. So if you have Metroid Prime, you can use your little $200 expensive ass, yeah, basically your very expensive Game Boy attachment and stuff like that. And then when you do that, you unlock Samus's Fusion suit, and after completing Fusion, you can unlock an emulated version of the first Metroid game. So like I said, the plot of this game is basically you are Samus. You are exploring the surface of a planet called SR388. Now, I'm reading this because I want to make sure that I get this right. Now, she is attacked by a parasitic organisms known as X. Now, on returning to the station, she loses consciousness and her ship crashes. The BSL ship she was escorting recovers her body and transfers it to the Galactic Federation for medical treatment, who discovers that X has infected her central system. They cure her with a vaccine made from cells taken from an infant Metroid that Samus adopted on SR388. So the whole thing, after that, you're basically just doing your normal Metroid stuff, going from left to right, up to down, all your platforms and all your puzzles. Now, what makes this game a lot better than some of the other ones, like it says, is the story of this. So unlike the older Metroids and stuff like that, it's kind of not really telling you too much that's going on. It's just throwing you into the game, and you just got to figure it out for yourself. Now, in the newer games like Metroid Prime and Super Metroid and stuff, they kind of started telling you a little bit more about Samus, which makes it a lot better. I unfortunately have not played the Zero Mission one, which I want to, and it wasn't until recently that I did pick up this. Now, this is a repro case. I do have the OEM game right here in my modded Game Boy Advance, which I will show a little bit of. But yeah, it's a very great game, and I think like everybody needs to at least play through it once. Now, I remember playing through this back in like 2004, I believe, when I emulated it onto my computer. Yes, I emulated it. And as you can see here, let's see if we can pull this up. This game really hasn't gotten any cheaper. Loosely, it's going to cost you around $50 to buy, which isn't really that bad if you think about it, but it is not, it is more expensive game. Now, it looks like it took a huge jump back in 2021. Must have been right in the peak of COVID and handheld and stuff like that. But it has settled out down in the $50 range. Which, you know, like I said, that's not bad, but that's pretty expensive if you ask me. Especially for Game Boy Advance games where you can buy them a dollar a piece almost. Now, like I said in the beginning, this is releasing on the Nintendo Switch Online if you pay the extra money, I believe, to get the expansion pack. Now, I have not actually played this on the Switch, so I can't tell you how I can do it. But the controls from one of the games that I've played is they improved a lot. So I think it's gonna be a great game to play on the Switch. If you already got the expansion pack, play it on there. If you want to spend the extra few bucks and play it on your Game Boy Advance, I recommend that as well. Now, like I said, I got a mod on this one, so it actually lights up if I can get it to do that. So I have a brighter screen. So the game looks 100 times better that way. Otherwise, it is a fun game to actually play on here if you cannot look it. And as always, guys, there is always the option for emulation. A lot of people gatekeep about that, but if that's the only way you can play it, then I recommend doing that. So I'd like to leave you guys right now with just the trailer with all its glory. And yeah, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, taking a break from some of the other stuff that I've been doing, and I hope that this is a nice one for you guys to watch. So, as always, my friends, stay retro, and we'll see you in the next video.
Access granted.